Yeah, good evening, Anand. See, in our previous debates also, we have discussed the same topic, and I have always maintained that any temple should be run by the government. India is a democratic country. The state is a democratic elected state, and the temples, the money which is involved in it, it has to be handled by the government and not by few individuals who can do whatever they want. In the case of Chidambaram Temple also, what is happening is few individuals.
One minute. Umaji, let him complete. Give him his 2 minutes, please. Yeah. Go ahead.
So, few individuals, what they are doing, they are doing whatever they want as the whims and fancies. Nobody is going to control them. No government cannot involve in their matters. That is what they want to say. Now, Mr. Chandrasekhar was telling that CPM and the non-believers are questioning. Why shouldn't they question? Just because somebody is non-believer, they shouldn't question the corruption, malpractices happening somewhere.
But you have to
Just
prove the
because
corruption.
something is
You
happening
have
in
to
a church
prove
or
there is
mosque
corruption,
or
no sir.
somewhere.
No, Mr. Gokul Chandran,
Yeah,
respectfully,
so now what the
may
government
I
has done,
ask you,
you
sir?
asked me that question.
So I'm just asking you, Mr. Gokul Chandran.
You asked me that question, I will reply on that.
Just because you say it is corrupt and malpractice, does it become corrupt and malpractice, or do you need to have proof? Now, if a Hindu individual asks the function of the functioning of a church or a mosque or a gurudwara, what will you say? How is it your concern? You are a non-believer.
See, I will answer all your questions.
Non-believer.
Yeah,
So, but in the case of a
I will answer all your
Nataraja
questions.
Swami temple, a non-believer can ask questions.
Yeah, I will answer everything. I will answer everything. Give me just 1 minute. 1 more minute. See, first of all, you asked HRNC, they are, after receiving the complaints, they are making allegations. No, they have not made any allegation. They have said this is what we have received, and they will be confirming them. They have not confirmed this is happening. They have just said we have received complaints and we will investigate the matter. Nothing has proved. No concrete
They
proof.
first came and said there are allegations against you.
They will investigate and find out.
If Anand Narasimhan
Second
goes
thing,
to Gokul
second thing,
Chandran,
and
Mr.
let me
Gokul
complete.
Chandran, there are allegations against you, what will you say? Show me what are the allegations. Then I'll say, okay, give me some time. I go out, the next day I put out an ad and say, do you have allegations against Gokul Chandran? Then I come back 2 weeks later and say, Gokul Chandran, I said I have allegations against you now. Post facto, I have got allegations. What do you say?
14,000
Prove
people
them.
complained against me. If 14,000 people, 14,000 people complained against me, then there is something wrong.
Sir, how do you know there are 14,000? There could be 14,000 bots also, sir.
Both of us.
You have to first verify whether they are bots or there are actual complaints.
Yeah, exactly. The onus is on you and me to prove or disprove what the
Correct, the onus is on first.
And
isn't the onus first on the alleger? That I have received this, you have to first confirm that these are bona fide. If I take you to a court of law, you will first say, prove that these are bona fide complaints before you come and make an allegation against me. And then you ask a response. It's not my job to go and verify.
Anand, no, and you can always say this is what there are 14,000 complaints against Mr. Gokul Chandran. This is what we have received and we are going to investigate. Can't you say this much?
No, but who's going to investigate? Again, if I have received complaints against Gokul Chandran, I am making an actual allegation against Gokul Chandran, I have to first verify the complaint, right? Onus of verification lies on me. Right now, the HRNC department is asking, it is asking the Chidambaram Nataraja Swami temple to answer to all the 14,000 complaints.
Nataraja Swami temple is not in Pakistan.
Sir.
Listen, it is not in Pakistan, it is in democratic India.
Correct.
So whatever is happening,
so what kind of rationale are you saying? Sir, it is not under the control of the HRNC department. HRNC department, it's not within its jurisdiction.
But it is.
It's not within its jurisdiction. It is in Tamil Nadu only, but it is outside the jurisdiction of the HRNC department.
Listen, I'll
Sir,
tell you.
don't make, sir, please understand where I am coming from. There has to be a certain amount of logic in what you are saying. My point is, what will you say? Anand, what are you doing? You are deliberately singling me out. Will you not turn around and tell me, Gokul Chandran, you are deliberately singling me out? That is exactly what the HRNC department seems to be doing with the Chidambaram Nataraja Swami temple, sir. You don't like it, right? Why should anybody else like it? Why should the Nataraja Swami temple authorities like it? Prerna Tirupati?
Listen.
1 minute, coming back to you, Gokulji, coming back. Yeah. I'm coming to you, sir, coming to you. 1 minute, Prerna ji.
Namaskaram, Anand. Thank you so much for having me. I would just like to go back and inform the audience about the 2014 judgment. Like Umaji had just said, the Honorable Supreme Court had said that this is one of the best run temples, and a lot of people might not be aware that this is run in the most democratic way possible. The number of Dikshitars, the 20 keys that we were just discussing, I'll just like to tell a little bit more about this temple. So, since according to the history of this temple, since 2 millennia, the uniqueness of this temple is since 2 millennia, they have been the Dikshitars, the Podu Dikshitars, who have been taking care of the temple, not just as archakars, but also as the admins. So they work on a rotational basis. So what happens is 20 Dikshitars take care of a temple on any given day. Those 20 Dikshitars perform those duties for 20 days. And after those 20 days, those 20 Dikshitars are again moved, and 20 new Dikshitars from that family of Podu Dikshitars come and look after the temple. This is probably the most unique way that this temple is run.
Right.
By the family of approximately 360 Dikshitars. So each Dikshitar probably gets one chance in approximately 300 days to perform as the chief archakar in that temple. So these 20 Dikshitars who perform their duties on a daily basis are rotated around each temple that is there in the Chidambaram premises.
Correct.
So this is the way the
temple is democratic. Nobody has ultimate control, but everybody has access to the Lord, and everybody gets the time, gets the chance to worship and perform archana to the Lord. So it's a democratic setup. But if it is a democratic setup,
very democratic setup. And also, Anandji, one uniqueness of this temple, the reason why people are probably coming in and want to take over this temple is, the uniqueness of this temple is this micro minority of Podu Dikshitars are said to have come, this is the Sthala Purana. What it says is, these Dikshitars, 3,000 of them are supposed to have come from Kailasha after sages like Patanjali, Patanjali and Vyagrapada, who is the father of Upamanyu, who was the guru of Lord Krishna. So Vyagrapada Maharishi and Patanjali Maharishi are the people who ordained these 3,000 Dikshitars who had come from Kailasha to Chidambaram to look after this temple as archakars and as admins.
So it should be the beacon of our culture, civilization, and our background, but right now it is deliberately being put under a certain level of scrutiny.
Anandji, when we speak of freeing temples, Chidambaram can actually be taken as a model and can be replicated across Bharat.
That is exactly. Is that perhaps the problem, that if Chidambaram temple can function, why not all the other temples and free them all? Because there is a petition in the Supreme Court for which the Supreme Court has asked the center and the states to also respond on that aspect. Umaji will